I'm Cam. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Aaron. We're three brothers who lead extraordinary lives.
Because we live and work in our family zoo. Caring for endangered animals along with a team of keepers.
And helping wildlife conservation projects around the world. This is 123. The 123 animals are due for a checkup with our vet team.
Have you seen Cam? I think he's supposed to be mucking out the camels.
He's not there.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
Lovely. What a nice and relaxing day watching TV.
Cam, safe?
Hello? I'm not feeling very well.
You don't sound unwell.
How about now? Yeah. Wow. I'm such a convincing actor. I nearly fooled myself. There he is. Unbelievable.
Gotcha!
Would you believe me if I said I made a miraculous recovery?
No way.
Come on, Cam. Steve the vet's in today, and he's got to look after all the animals that really are unwell.
Okay.
Come on, there's so much work to do.
I'm coming.
We may love having a bit of fun, but at the 123 Zoo, we take the health of all the animals very seriously.
Just like us, they need regular checkups to make sure that they are keeping well.
As well as our amazing keepers, there's a great team of vets on hand to help if the animals are feeling poorly. Including Steve the vet, an all-round expert, Claudia, the amazing animal eye doctor, and Mark, the small animal vet. They have worked with tens of thousands of animals across the world, and they're 123's Team Vet. This time, Aaron, Cam and Claudia focus their attention on North Chinese leopard Chari's eyesight.
Wow, and he's just leapt straight over it.
The whole meerkat mob pay a special visit to Mark the vet.
Nintu is in.
And Splodge, the koi carp, gets in a scrape.
That's pretty nasty.
The animals at the zoo receive regular checkups from Steve, the zoo's vet.
Whoa, hello.
But sometimes, animals need extra attention from a specialist vet team.
I've come down to the cat sanctuary to see head keeper Briony, who's got some concerns over the health of our North Chinese leopard, Chari.
Found in scattered areas across China's forests and mountains, North Chinese leopards are one of the least known big cats in the world. Chari is one of our oldest residents. He has been living at the sanctuary for over 15 years. He's a shy cat and likes to keep to himself.
Chari! Come on!
Hey, Brian, you all right?
Hey.
How's Chari doing?
Yeah, he's okay. I'm just trying to get a close look at him. We've noticed something a bit unusual about his eyes. When he's in even bright sun, his pupils are completely dilated.
Big cats' pupils normally dilate or open in the dark to let in more light. But in bright light, they should get smaller. Chari's pupils are staying wide open, which suggests they're not reacting as they should.
So what you can see as we're looking at Chari right now is the reflective layer of his eye. This reflective layer that gives them such amazing eyesight at night. In fact, it's believed that they can see around 7 times better than we can in the dark. This eyesight is so vital because these guys will generally tend to go for their prey at night.
Briony is worried about Chari's eyesight, so she has an idea for how we can put it to the test.
With cats, they're incredible at acting as if they've got vision when they don't. So he can use his sense of smell, he can use his whiskers, he can use his hearing in order to create a picture for him. What he won't be able to do is know that something completely silent that doesn't smell is there. So if you don't mind creating a little obstacle course, so if we use logs, I would like to see if he stumbles straight into them or if he jumps over or picks his way around.
Sounds good. Cam, would you be all right to come and join me over at Chari's, please?
Of course, mate. I'll be with Chari in a second.
OK, Cam, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to set up an obstacle course for Chari just in the middle here to basically test his eyesight.
Wicked.
We've put out Chari's favourite meal and blocked the path to it with logs. This will make it more challenging for him to reach his food if his vision isn't very good.
Fingers crossed his eyesight will be OK and he'll be able to navigate his way around this maze nice and easily.
Now, it's time to see how he gets on.
Here comes Chari.
You can just see he's just paused a little bit there. He knows that something's in front of him.
Paused a sec.
I mean, he looks fairly well. He's looking around and he's holding his head up to try and get a sense of the smell of the meat.
Whoops. Little bump.
Oh, wow, and he's just leapt straight over it.
He's working his way over there now.
Oh, now he's just on the search for food.
Although Chari's outsmarted us by leaping straight over our obstacles, that little bump is making us think that his vision may not be good. So we're going to call in Claudia, an animal eye specialist, to give him a closer inspection.
Oh, here he comes, though. Chari's found his food, but because we're quite close by, he's taking it nice and high to make sure his food is safe away from us, just like leopards would do if they were in the wild.
That's what I do when Aaron's near my food.
On that note, let's leave him be. Come on.
Aaron's brain is stuffed with fascinating animal facts. Tyler and I are always trying to outsmart him. We've given Aaron 60 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. If he gets more right than wrong, he wins. Yeah! If our questions are too tough to tackle, we win.
Yeah! All set?
Bring it on.
Question 1. What group of animals has the most bones?
Pythons.
Oh, he's got it correct.
They can have up to 1,800 bones.
By comparison, adult humans have just 206.
Question 2. What colour is an octopus's blood?
Is it black?
Wrong, it's blue.
Oh.
Ooh, okay, well, question 3. What animal has the biggest brain?
Surely it's a blue whale.
Oh, he's so close. It's actually the sperm whale.
Oh.
Its brain can weigh up to 8 kilograms.
That's more than 6 times heavier than a human brain.
Question 4. How does a horned lizard deter predators? You know this.
Well, it's just really spiky, so...
Wrong. It squirts blood out of its eyes. Question 5. Which species of snake has the longest fangs?
Gaboon viper.
Oh, he's got it. Their fangs can be up to 5 centimetres in length.
And time is up, which means we win 3-2.
Yeah!
Back at the sanctuary, I'm with a special team of vets to take an even closer look at Chari, the North Chinese leopard's eyes.
Happy?
Yes.
Steve the vet has helped Chari have a little nap with an anaesthetic, so Claudia, the animal eye doctor, can examine him safely. It's a very delicate procedure, but Chari is in good hands. Claudia has been looking after animals' eyes for nearly 20 years, helping 70,000 different patients.
There's lots of little spots. This all looks like scarring. It can be quite difficult to say what caused it. Just get some external shots.
Claudia's just trying to get a really clear image of Chari's retina at the back of his eye. The way they're doing that is by holding a big magnifying glass over his eye and then using a camera to get that clear image of the eye. We'll be able to see exactly how much damage there is and how much clarity he's got as well.
Normally, cats would only dilate their pupils at night to let light in. So, we need to understand why Chari's eyes are doing this. Now it's time to take him away to safely wake up. But first, I want to hear what Claudia has to say.
So this would be the top of the eye. That central disc there is what we call the optic disc, and that's the optic nerve. It's almost like a cable out the back of a computer. It takes all the information back up to the brain. And then this is the retina. This whole circular area is recognising light and gives you your image. Now, what he's got is lots of little pigment spots and a slightly more shiny area, and that shows us the retina is a bit thin in that area.
Absolutely fascinating to see.
Yeah.
It really is amazing to look at in this kind of detail.
I'm really lucky. I think my job is just the best. I get to look
remarkable.
at pretty things all day.
Yeah, pretty much. So
So based on what you've seen in Chari's eyes today, how do you think he's going to be moving forward into the future?
Well, the bad news is that is a scar, and that's permanent, so that's never going to go. The good news is I don't think it's going to get any worse. He has got good vision. I'm really encouraged by this. He should have a very good quality of life still.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. We were really worried about Chari's eyes coming into today. We actually thought they were getting to a point where he was losing virtually all of his eyesight. But today has turned out to be really positive because thanks to Claudia, Steve, and of course the team here at the Sanctuary, we've found that even though there is some damage to his eye, he's actually going to have pretty good vision long into the future.
With over 800 animals here at the 1 Zoo 3 Zoo, taking care of them is definitely a team effort. On the front line are the keepers, who keep a close eye on the health of each and every animal. Head of Birds Tom has noticed that Scally, the spotted eagle owl, has some trouble with one of her eyes. So he's brought her in to see Steve the vet.
Hello, Trouble. Have a little look at those eyes.
Scally's in a bit of a flap. She seems nervous about being examined, but Steve soon puts her at ease.
When she flies, she's not having any difficulty landing. It's not appearing to cause any issue with
landing.
vision.
She sees us. She doesn't seem to struggle seeing out of that eye at all.
To get to the bottom of the problem, Steve must take a little blood sample. Each tiny drop will give Steve valuable information about Scally's health.
Let's see what bloods tell us. Yeah. And then we'll take it from there, whether or not we move on to anything further, x-rays or anything else. Super, thank you.
Every patient, from a goat with a sore gum to a crocodile lizard with a crooked toe, gets the attention they need. No detail goes unnoticed. Even the fish who share a pool with our Amur tiger sisters, Alina and Siberia, are monitored closely, and not just by the tigers. Big cat keeper Ian has spotted an injury on Splodge, one of the koi carp, and has asked Steve to join him at the fish hospital to examine him.
So I can see the lesion on the fish quite clearly. It's pretty nasty. It's got a graze behind his eye. They can get them if they rub against the side of the pond, and it's like grazing your knee. So let's make a plan for a little bath.
When Steve has his hands full, we all chip in. So while he's off seeing other animals, I'm going to give Splodge the fish a bath.
Are you right in?
Morning, Tyler.
Heard you need the hand?
Steve the vet has told us we've got to give Splodge a bath. In here is his medication. All you're going to do is squirt it into the water.
All right, brilliant.
This medicine will help stop Splodge's wounds from getting infected. Now he needs to soak for 5 hours.
Could you imagine having a bath for 5 hours? You'd come out so wrinkly.
We've got a couple of lily pads in there just so he's got something to hide under while he's in the bath.
It's kind of like a little toy for him, kind of like us with a rubber duck.
It is, yeah, very simple.
Well, hopefully I've done a good job, and Steve the vet would approve. And hopefully, Splodge here will be feeling much better and joining the rest of the carp again soon.
Steve the vet looks after animal patients of all shapes and sizes at the 1 Zoo 3 Zoo. But what does it take to be a zoo vet?
Hi, I'm Steve and I'm a vet. As well as working at the 1 Zoo 3 Zoo, I work from Egypt to Iceland on anything from beluga whales down to pygmy marmosets and anything in between. I've been a vet for 18 years, probably worked on hundreds and hundreds of species. One of my favourite animals would probably be a flamingo. Flamingos, they're just odd. They eat upside down, they're bright pink, and they got long legs. I have a bit of a soft spot for Boris, the African land snail here at the 1 Zoo 3 Zoo. Boris has just got a lot of personality, a lot of character for a snail. I didn't always want to be a vet, but I'd always enjoyed natural history, and I'd had my own pets and cats, dogs, birds, chickens, even a slow worm. If you want to be a vet, you're going to have to work hard at school, college and university. So the longest surgery I've ever done was I had to reconstruct a chimpanzee's bottom after it had an unfortunate infection, and that took me about 3.5 hours. I'm very lucky. I have probably the best job in the world.
Many of the endangered animals we care for at the Wanzhou Free Zoo play an important part in international breeding programs. So it's essential they are all in the best possible health. We also partner with conservation organisations all over the world who protect endangered wildlife. Recently, I travelled to Cambodia in Southeast Asia to check out one of these projects. We're going through the Cardamom Mountains to the Wildlife Release Station. I was not expecting a journey like this. It's a bit of an epic adventure, but I can't wait to get there. We're on our way to a protected facility to meet a very special animal and deliver a midnight snack.
So it's about 9 p.m. and we're just on our way through the forest.
I'm here with a very important rescue team.
Wow.
Many people have never heard of pangolins, but there are actually 8 species of them living across Africa and Asia. Pangolins are said to be the most trafficked mammal in the world. They're hunted for their meat and their scales, which are falsely believed to have medicinal properties.
It's just tucking into the ants and the termites. They have these incredibly long tongues. They're very messy eaters.
When fully stretched out, pangolins' tongues measure up to 40 centimetres. That's longer than their whole body.
So this is a cinder pangolin, and sadly, her back left leg was caught in a snare. She's being cared for here. It's really rewarding to see the good work being done to protect this species.
In exciting news, Chanti has given birth to a pango pup. Not only are the team rescuing and releasing pangolins, but they're also breeding them. When ready, these pango pups will also be released into the wild. It's a crucial step towards keeping the species alive.
At the Wanzhou Free meerkat habitat, Nintu, the aging alpha male, who has maintained his reign for nearly 15 years, needs a checkup with the vet.
This is Nintu, and he's the male boss or alpha of the meerkat group here at the zoo.
Meerkat groups are ruled by an alpha female called the matriarch, and a dominant or alpha male like Nintu. Meerkats are very sociable animals, and these groups, called mobs, can be as big as 50 meerkats.
It's quite easy to tell Nintu from the others because he actually has a bald patch on his back. Now, he's had this for years and it's never caused him any problems, so he's completely fine. Now, in the wild, meerkats can live to around 14 years, whereas Nintu, he's already quite old. He's actually 16. And we've noticed that he's looking a little stiff. So thankfully, we've booked him an appointment at the vet, where he's going to have an X-ray and a general health checkup. Now, the problem is, if the alpha leaves the group, even for a short while, it may mean that the rest of the meerkats start fighting because one of them may try and become the new alpha. But I have a plan.
To stop the mob from fighting while Nintu's away, all the meerkats will need to go to the vet, just like a family day out. So I'm here with Amy, who's been looking after the meerkats for over 10 years, to help train them to get them into their individual crates, which is easier said than done.
You gonna come in?
Meerkats do everything together, from taking care of their pups to keeping guard for predators. So the moment we get one into the crates, the rest should follow.
There was no one in it.
They're more interested in keeping sentry and look out on my shoulders instead of going in the crate. There we are. Nintu is in.
And now that Nintu is into his crate, they all want in.
Good job, little buddy. Hey, we've done it.
And that's how you prepare to take a mob of meerkats to the vets.
Nice work, high five.
And today, all that practice has been put into place because Nintu has an appointment with Mark, the small animals vet. Bringing the whole gang along for the ride will stop them from getting into trouble while the alpha's having his checkup. To avoid meerkat mayhem in the waiting room, Amy will take Nintu in to see Mark the vet. The rest of the mob will stay in their comfy carriers and wait patiently with the team.
This is Nintu, old guy.
Mark has worked as a vet for over 20 years. First, he gives Nintu anesthesia to make him sleepy so he can examine him safely. Next, he takes an X-ray to see what's causing the stiffness.
He's got arthritis in the back legs. We also have arthritic change in both ankles.
Mark has spotted arthritis, or joint pain, in Nintu's legs and ankles. It's a fairly common condition in older animals and humans. So he prescribes some medication to help ease the pain.
Hey, my gorgeous. There you go.
Nintu's mob has been so patient. And now it's time to go home, where thanks to the whole mob joining him, Nintu remains top cat. Meerkat, that is.
Nintu's a little bit stiff, but the good news is that the vet has given us some medication to help keep him in tip-top condition. What a busy vet day it's been. I can finally put my feet up, watch my favourite animal shows without being disturbed by Aaron and Tyler. And I have the perfect disguise to pull off an even more convincing sickie than earlier.
What on earth is he doing?
Right, it's TV time. Now, where's that remote? Oh. Ty? Aaron? Is that you? I'm a little bit stuck and need some help. Shush, Wally.